Hello, my TikTok family. It's story time with Black Bright News, and I'm responding to one of my followers who has been taken off of the bidding list. He's waiting for a house, or not a house, accommodation, and he was taken off apparently without being notified. So I've kind of looked into it, and so this story is for him and for anybody else who has been in this situation or who is in this situation. So I'm on my lunch break. I've only got 20 minutes. I don't know if I've got enough time to eat, but I did this preparation over the weekend, so I'm just going to do this quickly. So, locked out without a word. That's the title. So, good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. This actually applies to UK residents. Pull up a chair for this one, because today I want to talk about something that isn't a headline, isn't breaking news, but it breaks people, quietly, silently, behind closed doors. I want to talk about people who are being removed from the housing list with no warning, no letter, and no explanation. Imagine this, you've been waiting for years, you've been bidding every week, praying, hoping, refreshing the page like your life depends on it. You've been clinging to the idea that one day you will get the email that says offer of accommodation. That maybe there's a home big enough for your children, a home safe enough for your mental health, a home warm enough for your bones, a home stable enough to rebuild a life that's been shaken. And then one day you log in and your heart stops. Everything's gone. Your bids, gone. Your position, gone. Your housing application, gone. Deleted like you never existed. And the worst part is that nobody told you. No letter, no email, no heads up, no chance to fix whatever the issue was. Nothing, just disappeared. If you're listening right now and this has happened to you, and I know this has happened to S, I want you to hear me clearly. You are not powerless, and you do not deserve to be treated like this. Because in this country, in this system, people deserve communication, fairness, dignity, not silence, not disappearance, not neglect. Housing is not just a roof. It's not just four walls. It's not a luxury. Housing is safety. Housing is stability. Housing is mental health. Housing is hope. When a council removes someone from the housing register without telling them, they're not just clicking a button. They are pulling the foundation from under someone's life. There's a mother who now doesn't know where her children will sleep next year. There's a survivor of domestic abuse who finally thought she had some stability coming and now feels like she's back to square one. There's a disabled man who's been waiting for an accessible property, now left wondering if the system even sees him at all. There's the family overcrowded, sharing one room between four of them, wondering why nobody thought they deserved a simple letter. People aren't numbers. People aren't case files. People are human beings with real lives, real struggles, and real stories. And yet, we are seeing more and more stories of people being silently removed from the housing register. No notice, no explanation, no reason. It's not just unfair. It's not just disrespectful, it's wrong. When the council does this, they rob people of their right to challenge the decision. They rob them of their right to appeal. They rob them of the opportunity to correct misunderstandings or provide missing documentation. They rob them of hope. And I hope, my TikTok family, is the one thing you should never take away from somebody who's already struggling. Now, I want to speak directly to the person who sent me the message and who's been through this. Maybe you're tired. Maybe you're frustrated. Maybe you're embarrassed to even tell people what happened to you. Maybe you're fighting tears. Maybe you're ready to give up. But let me tell you something right here and right now. You have rights, and you have every reason to stand up for yourself, because a council cannot remove you from the house register without telling you. They cannot shut you out and pretend it never happened. They cannot decide your future without even giving you notice. They cannot deny you your legal right to review. And you have a right to say, no, this is not acceptable. Put my name back in the place it was taken from. Tell me why this happened. Give me the fairness I'm owed. This system is confusing enough as it is. It's stressful enough as it is. It's slow enough. But it must not be silent. There are people right now who have done nothing, who've done everything right, submitted every document, responded to every letter, waited for years, bid consistently, updated their circumstances, and yet still, with no warning, they wake up one morning and find the door is closed on them. And the worst part? When they call the council, someone says, oh yeah, your application was removed months ago. Months. Months of missed chances. Months of potential offers. Months of waiting for something that was never coming. Do you know the damage that does to someone? Emotionally, mentally, financially? Do you know the fear that rises when you realize the one path to stable housing, the one system you were relying on, quietly erased you from existence? This is more than an administrative error. This is more than miscommunication. This is a breach of trust. Local authorities hold people's lives in their hands. There must be accountability. There must be transparency. And there must be humanity. And this isn't just about one person. This is happening to people across the UK. And the people most affected are often single parents, domestic abuse survivors, ethnic minority communities, disabled residents, low-income families, immigrants navigating the system, people in temporary accommodation, people already traumatized by unstable housing. These are the people least able to absorb another blow. The people who need communication the most. And yet, they are the ones who get silence. But not today. Not on TikTok. Not on my platform. Today we speak for them. Today we shine a light. People who are already feeling abandoned by society are being abandoned again by the very system that is supposed to protect them. But here's the good news. You can fight this and you can win. If you've been removed without being notified, you can demand a statutory review, a written explanation, and I can help you with that. Well, I'll help the one who initially asked. I might get bombarded. Yes, you deserve justice because fairness is justice, communication is justice, respect is justice. And when people speak up, when communities speak up, systems are forced to change. So if this has happened to you, it's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You weren't forgotten, you were failed. And failures can be challenged, policies can be challenged, decisions can be reviewed, doors can be reopened. You are not at the mercy of the system. The system is accountable to you. For everyone listening, check in on your neighbour, check on your auntie, check on your friend, check on your cousin who keeps saying, I'm still waiting on the housing list. Make sure they haven't been removed without knowing. People sometimes suffer in silence because they don't want to be a burden. But we don't want to let our people struggle alone, not in this community. We uplift, we support, we inform, and we empower. Because when one person gets pushed out of the housing system without a voice, that's an attack on all of us. on our dignity.